Hi, I thought I'd make another video in light of what has been happening during the last week in Afghanistan because people seem to like the first one. Um, Very disturbing. Sorry about that beeping people sending me Facebook messages. Very disturbing. A guy who was my driver, I won't say his name or which province, he has been threatened by the Taliban. They've come to his house. Now, he didn't specify if it was before they took over or while they're in charge, but he is very, very worried, like anybody who worked with the foreigners should be. They did not treat these people well when they got a hold of them. And by that, I mean they killed them. So he is hiding and he is trying to get out of the country. He's making some application to the Americans, and he reached out to me to sign a document saying, excuse me, saying that he worked for us. I signed it, no big thing, and I sent it to the family. And I wish him the best of luck. I remember he was not literate, but his family had a bunch of cars. He was our driver, and he knew the roads well. And I remember when we came to the airport, they'd make a token effort to search him and send him through because they knew him. But me, I used to get searched left, right, and center despite my ID. This does not always work out in Afghanistan. And by this I mean the color of your skin. I remember when he got married and he invited me to the wedding. And this place could be very, very dangerous at night. And I didn't know if I really wanted to go and ask the reporters, and they said, Don't go, don't go. Because even the police are afraid at night. So you stay here. And I was cool with that because it was dangerous. And anyway, I wish him the best of luck. That brings me to another topic. In this book here, I mentioned a reporter of mine that was threatened in Kunduz. I won't say too much about him, except that is very well known. And the Taliban called him and said, "We know you're working with the foreigners. We'll see you one day." And in the book, I mentioned it, and I called our immediate boss at the time, who really shouldn't have gotten the job. He got it through more politics than anything else. He was the least qualified. And I asked him what's the procedure, and he didn't know. And when we had a meeting with command, really to belittle us because they didn't know much and felt like it, I mentioned this particular scenario. And one of the colonels asked me if I knew everything of my job. And no, I did not mean to raise my voice to him, but I thought it was a very facetious, stupid comment. Because I told him, you are living in a HQ. You're surrounded by soldiers, and you're very safe. They can pick him up whenever they want. They can come to his house. They can pick him up on the street, and he can't do much about it. The police can't do much about it. He does not have the luxury that you have. But I raised my voice. I said something like, "Hey, man!" And somebody grabbed me. And I was like, "What the hell is she grabbing me for?" Later on, it was explained to me, because I'm a civilian, you simply do not raise your voice to command like that, no matter how dumb they may be. And I thought I had lost a job, but fortunately I didn't. So it is mentioned in this very nice book that I myself wrote. As you can see, no, I don't work in the kitchen. So I've been trying to get a hold of him. He has sort of hidden his Facebook page. I think I found it though, but I can't blame him because he's super well known in Kunduz as a journalist. And I wish them all the best of luck, because I think the Taliban just don't want to scare the crap out of people right now. I mean, they're trying to be PR, and people are bolting. Can you imagine if later on they change their minds? You studied, you worked, my God, you sang in public and wore makeup, and let me tell you, they behead you. They behead you on national TV. It's in my book, and it's not a pleasant thing. It's easy for people like you and I to discuss this in the luxury of our safety wherever we are. But those people, I cannot blame. If I was in Afghanistan, I would be very, very afraid. So to my driver and to that particular reporter, I wish them the best of luck. I think we're all going to be looking at Afghanistan over the next few months and seeing what the Taliban plan to do, because they were very primitive during their reign. They're actually practicing some PR these days. They a lot come to football matches and so on, saying women can go to school and so on. But I think most of the women realize that whatever limited freedom they had before is even more limited now. Most of them don't want to go back, and a lot of people don't want to go back. So you can't really blame them, because when the Taliban decide to come down on you, they come down hard. And we're talking beheading people for singing and dancing, So For those of you who wish to get this book, it's available on multiple platforms on the internet, including Amazon. In terms of ebooks, multiple platforms. For Amazon, there's a first and second edition. This is the second edition. A lot of people have been buying the first by mistake on Amazon. To get around that, if you go to the Kindle option, it will show you the paperback option. And they're both second edition, and it will solve the problem. A bit convoluted, but I've been having big discussions with Amazon about getting rid of that other page. This just has 4 extra photos in it, and it's about $1.50 less than the page that Amazon has. Competing with my own book, if you could believe that. So yeah, as I said, if you're specifically going to buy it from Amazon, go to the Kindle. It will show you the paperback second edition. You cannot make a mistake. If you want to order it at a bookstore, just tell them Ingram. Ingram is the #1 distributor in the world. They can order it through Ingram, and that will be the end of that. So let's again pray for Afghanistan. Tough times there, and even a little more sad when you know the people there. So let's wish them the best of luck.